third generation upgrade. So what is 3G? When this solar home system program started, these were all 12 volt. And at that time, the lamp or lighting technology was fluorescent tube lamps, which is the small tube lamps. These were 8-watt light. Recently, over the last 2 years, the lighting technology has changed. And so the second generation solar home systems use LED lamp. But they're still 12 volt limited. What is 12 volt limitation? The biggest limitation is the distance. You cannot go more than 20 feet from the battery. If you want more appliances in your home, you're limited, you're stuck to that. You cannot use standard appliances like TVs and fans and laptops or any other thing. Most importantly, the biggest thing, you cannot charge your mobile phone. This might be a surprise to many of you. When I say, what do you mean you cannot charge? Oh, we are charging. Of course you are charging. You are connecting your lithium battery to a 5-volt supply. That's what is happening now in the off-grid areas, especially with the solar kits or even the 12-volt system. If I connect my mobile phone battery to a 5-volt supply, does it charge? Yes, it does. But it will damage the battery. Either if the voltage is too low, it will not charge fully. If the voltage is too high, it will damage the battery. And you will see this thing in the field, a lot of them are happening. It will charge, but not appropriate way. Now, for a smaller cost, it doesn't matter. For better quality phones, especially the smartphones, it's a different thing because the smartphone internally has the capability to run from USB port, which is a 5-volt supply again, but it's a limited power 5-volt supply, so it doesn't damage the battery as much. This is a thing we have seen 3 years ago in the field. So then we said, okay, if that's the 2G or second generation, you have solved the lighting problem. We're still stuck with the appliances because a lot of newer generation appliances are coming up every day. LED torchlight, very low power LED TVs, but everything, name it. The standard appliances will always be cheaper, readily available, and of course, better in quality because those companies who are making it have already gone through the cycle to make it more robust in terms of the quality. So the idea was the idea behind the third generation was, can we step it up to a utility level voltage? So we moved from 12 volt to 120 volt. So we developed world's first 120 volt or utility level voltage solar home system. The technology was patented in the US, also in Bangladesh. We started doing that as a new solar home system, but at the same time, upgrading all these existing solar home system users. In Bangladesh, 3.3 million solar home systems are already in operation, which are either first generation or second generation, limited to the 12 volt. So the 3G upgrade, the idea behind it is you already have a panel, you already have a battery, but you are limited to the load capacity. So you keep the same panel and battery, just change the charge controller and your order lights into this 120 volt system and be able to run anything you want. You double your capacity, you double your flexibility. So that's what we have started in 2 years ago. We have already done around 5,000 homes of upgrades using our 100 rural franchisee offices. By the way, which we are also using to find these new operators for our nanogrid. We will skip a lot of this slide because these are common, and we just go directly here. And this is what the first generation, second generation, third generation delivery. We've already discussed this, but as you can see, this is 150 volt versus 12 volt, charge controller versus optimizer, fluorescent lamp, LED lamp versus any standard lamp, distance kind of unlimited, and any standard loads can be used. You don't need thick special wire, which is around 10% of the cost of the solar home system, just the cable, because the current is so high at lower voltage. And again, there's no special adapter required for charging your mobile phone. You can charge any number of mobile phone from any location in your house. And in off-grid areas, a lot of the house, they have 3 to 4 mobile phones every house. And some people need a little bit of privacy to charge their phone in their bedroom for many reasons. Problems with first generation, second generation is basically 12 volt limits your load capacity and cannot charge mobile phones. I stress that again. And it's a very limited load distance from the battery, mostly 20 feet. And there's no warranty of the lights, and black and white TV has a very limited capacity. Financially, the payment collection is the biggest issue because you have to go door to door to collect the payment. And the cost of the overhead of collecting the payment is very high. And also the providing the service and maintenance, especially after 3 years, when the payment has been paid up and the customer owns the system, nobody's there to really help him if he needs support and service. So those are basically the issues with the older generations. The opportunity is now we have available energy efficient appliances. Every day coming new and new things, very low power, but most of them runs from 220 volt. Increased demand for more appliances, and of course, when you have more appliances or more lights, you need more distance. If somebody, for example, I'll give you an example, 50 watt system used to have 4 lights. And now with 50 watt, you can do 8 or 10 lights with LED. Now, you cannot have just one room with 8 lights. You have to have more distance. And that's where the higher voltage comes into picture. Multiple mobile phone from the same system and not being limited by the distance. This is how it works. Like the existing 12 volt system, you already have the panel and battery. And what we provide is the device called optimizer and a driverless LED lamp, which is our proprietary product. It's a very interesting product that does not require any ballast. So as a result, we can give them a light lifelong. Nothing goes wrong. We have around 400,000 lamps now already in the field and not a return because there's nothing to go wrong. We call it, you don't have a head, you'll not have a headache. And also we provide this stand fan. You see a remote in the bottom. It's a remote control to put in the code because we realize that a system which is $80 to $100 price tag, you cannot sell that cash. So you have to go through some kind of credit program. And then becomes, issue is how to collect the money. So we have a system called code locking system, where the user pays his monthly payment, he gets a code on his mobile phone, he uses his TV remote to put in the code in the system, and he runs for 30 days again. You don't pay, you don't work. So that worked very, very well for the last 2 years that we have been selling this product. Not only the optimizer itself, but we're also adding this feature into the appliance because we believe giving them appliance is also part of this energy efficiency building up. And again, payment collection, we are doing the similar thing, putting in this code lock technique in the appliances that we sell on credit. If they buy on cash from the market, it's good enough, but if they go through us financing, then we add that code locking so that they have to pay on a monthly basis. This also enables standard appliances, off-the-shelf appliances that they can buy from any on-grid areas, which are laptops or LED or LCD TVs, or even direct mobile charging using your mobile phone charger that comes with your mobile phone. Key features are, the most important is a code lock system to guarantee the payment collection, and the 120 volt system so that it's utility level, any electronic appliance will work. It's an inverterless technology, and for the home system it's 300% more efficient than if you are using an inverter, which is available at that power. Unlimited load distance enables user to double their existing system capacity and enable users using standard appliances. And the lamp has dimming option, which you can use the that remote to dim it when you don't need it, and all the way to like your night light. The customer segment, we are targeting actually the top 30% of the 20 million homes which are in the off-grid right now in Bangladesh. And as per EatCall's estimation, it will be 6 to 7 million of those will have a solar home system by next 2 years. And a lot of them will be the potential upgrade customers for us. Competitive advantage is it removes the barrier of solar home system, the low voltage problems, and it can also do multiple mobile charging, and the cost of upgrade is cheaper than having a new smallest solar home system. And also the maintenance free operation and 5 years warranty on the optimizer and the light. Business model wise, in average the sell price is $100, that includes the appliance, and the cost is around 50, the dealer commission and other expenses, the net margin is still around 25%. Rate of installation is, we're targeting to increase our capacity in the rural areas. Number of branches will be 200 over the next few months. And initially it will be 2,000 systems per month. And the initial revenue will be $200,000 per month, and starting 25% net margin, which will jump to 35% as things settle more. And the investment opportunity wise, we're looking at about 100,000 units per year, and that's the at $100 per system ASP, that will require a $10 million revolving financing requirement. Mode of investment could be preferred share in the company, and the IRR 10% would be around 40% if you look at the project.